Okay, we have some really exciting things taking place for Halloween across the Vail Valley, and one of the hot spots this year is the Vail Public Library, and that is why we have our next guest in the studio with us this morning, Lori Barnes. It's so good to see you.
Good to see you. It's been a while.
I know, it's been a while since we've been together, but you always have the most fun things happening at the library. I think it's, it's kind of surprising for a lot of people, the kind of events that you have, and they're, most of them are free.
They're all free. Well, for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, really, they're free. Every now and then there's a special program where we'll charge a fee because you're going to make something, and we have to cover the cost of the materials. But what's coming up this month is totally free.
So exciting. Yep. Okay, let's start off with tonight. What's happening tonight?
So this is a new person. His name is Scott Norman. Stormin Norman.
Stormin Norman.
Yeah. Okay. And he's going to come do a program on pumpkin carving. But he's going to show you how to select a pumpkin, how to clean it, how to carve it, how to properly place the candle and illuminate it. So it starts at 5 p.m., totally free this evening. So this is something new we've never done before, but he contacted us and we thought, why not?
Why not? Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. I hear he's been on America's Got Talent. I mean, he's got some skills.
I know. It's pretty wild. And if folks are listening to the Midday Mile this afternoon around noontime, they're going to hear him on the radio. He's going to call in and they're going to interview him, so that's going to be great.
Cool.
So if you just want to kind of hear from Stormin Norman himself before you come on down.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so again, that's taking place from 5 to 7 o'clock tonight. Now, let's say maybe people are interested in something I think is even a little bit more spooky. Scarecrows, Lori.
Oh, I love scarecrows.
Scarecrows.
Our annual Scarecrow building event.
Okay, tell me about
Every
this.
year. Every year. And so we build scarecrows. It's happening the last Saturday of the month, which is the 27th. It's a program for kids of all ages. If the kids are very young, we ask for parents to stay because they're going to we provide all the materials. You don't have to bring a thing. We provide the frames, the stuffing. We stuff with newspaper because it's a little neater than the stuff.
Okay.
Yep. But we have all the fixings that you can decorate and dress your scarecrow, and then they stay on display throughout the library until Thanksgiving.
Oh, they do.
So it's a wonderful family event to come on out and enjoy a Saturday morning at the library, build a scarecrow, and then we judge them. And a lot of times we'll ask the mayor or a local school teacher if they'd like to do the judging, so I'm sure Miss Cricket is working on that. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, that's so cool. So, okay, so that's coming up on the 27th.
Yes.
All right. Now, what about for like the little guys when it comes to Halloween?
Trick or treat, trick or treat. And right through the Vail Village and Lions Head, there's trick or treat trot. And we're right on the route, so we always have a story time. So that's going to be the early afternoon. I think it's 1 p.m. on Halloween. And we'll have candy also, and we want kids to stop by, enjoy a story with Miss Cricket. We'll all be dressed up, at least with festive hats for sure.
Okay, okay.
But I know that Miss Cricket, our children's librarian, and her team will all be decked out. And we do a story time, and that's for kids to enjoy on the trick-or-treat trot.
How fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's so many things going on at the Vail Public Library. And tell me about this year and why it's really special for you.
We turned 35 years old on the 4th of July.
Really?
Now, we've had library services in the town of Vail since 1964. It began in a little store that's no longer there. It was called Valley High Books and Things. So that's where library services started. And then it kind of moved around. It moved to a fire department for a while. Then it was in the basement of Town Hall. But in our lovely building where we are now, we opened the doors on the 4th of July of 1983. So we're 35 years old. And we thought, why not celebrate? So we are. So if you come into the library, it's still a work in progress, but like today, the big Hauserman table, Dick Hauserman's, literally his dining room table that he had when he lived in Vail, and he's since passed, but on his dining room table, right as you come into the library, the main library, we've got a display that kind of gives you a historic timeline of where we started, actually in 1963, just the idea. And then you walk around the table and you can see some old photos and get a little history on our first librarian in the library, Charlene Costello Canada, who was our library director until I think it was late 70s, and then she moved on to do wonderful things for the other libraries in the Valley. But we want people to come check it out. In our Galleria, if you go past the main doors, because we have a community room on one side in the main library, but down the Galleria there's a big display case. And we've got these header boards up right now that honors our 35th anniversary, and we're going to be peppering the display with all kinds of historic items starting in November.
Oh, that's so exciting.
And we're going to keep it up all through the ski season. So people don't have
perfect.
to worry they have to get down there now. This is a display that's really timeless. And we're just kind of celebrating You know, and it kicks right off with this month is National Friends of Libraries Week, happens this month, which is actually next week. So it's just an opportunity for us to celebrate.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I mean, there's so much going on. And if you want to learn more, vaillibrary.com and go celebrate their 35th anniversary and, of course, all things Halloween this month at the library. We're going to take a break. Coming up, we'll let you know what's on the show for tomorrow.